Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So we have already studied about electric current and potential difference. Today we are going to study Ohm's law. Ohm's law is a relationship between both electric current and potential difference. So Ohm's law is a very important topic, children. You have to learn. So Ohm's law means it is a relationship between electric current and potential difference. Let us consider a simple circuit. So there is a potential difference between the ends of the wire. There is a potential difference between the ends of the wire. Battery, who set up this potential difference? This battery set up this potential difference. The voltage, this potential difference helps the electrons to move in the wire so continuously. So current flows is in the opposite direction. Current flows conventionally, it is in the opposite to the direction of electric current. Then what is the relationship between the I and V? Then what is the relationship between the I and V? The more the push, more the voltage, more the push means easily electrons flows in the direction of the current. More voltage, more electrons move fastly means that is more current. More electrons means more push means more electrons will passes, and more electrons means the current flow will be more. Current flow will be more. So amount of current flowing in a circuit depends on what, children? Voltage. The amount of current flowing in a circuit depends on voltage. This is what we call Ohm's law. That is, potential difference is directly proportional to current. Potential difference is directly proportional to the current. Then let us write the correct definition. Potential difference I will write in V. Across the ends of the wire, across the ends of the wire, ends of metal wire, is directly proportional to. Is directly means it depends directly. If potential difference increases, flow of current also increases, like the directly proportional to the current flow. Current flow in the circuit. Current flow means high in a circuit at provided temperature remains constant. Provided temperature remains constant. That is also important, because if we keep on changing the temperature means there will be no increase in potential difference varies, and that increase in current we may not see. But only at constant temperature we can see increase in potential difference increases the flow of current also. Okay, let us derive an equation. So V is directly proportional to I. If V remains the proportionality constant, V is equal to Ri. Here R is a proportionality constant. R is what, children? Proportionality constant. So constant. This R is also called as resistance. This R is also called as resistance. That is, we can also write V by I is equal to R. Here R is resistance, I is current, V is potential difference. So resistance means obstruction. Obstructions to the flow of current. Because flow of current in a circuit is not so much easy. There will be some disturbance. Thus, that disturbance is known as resistance. Flow of current reduces when resistance increases. Flow of current decreases. Okay, that is a obstruction. We can say R is inversely proportional to current. So next we can see how this Ohm's law is possible. Verification of Ohm's law. So how can we verify that Ohm's law? So let us consider a simple circuit. So it's there in your textbook also, positive and negative terminals, and it is connected with the it has a key also or switch also. Ammeter is connected with it, and a nichrome wire. A nichrome wire is connected. Nichrome means it is a wire where current is not flow easily, and voltmeter is adjusted to it, and voltmeter is adjusted to it. So this is the first case. Okay, these are the two terminals where potential difference is generated. Voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference. We find potential difference at the ends of the nichrome wire. Okay, nichrome wire. In case 1, there is only one nichrome wire and only one shells. So here we can see ampere is equal to 0.1. Let us consider. Okay, in potential difference may be, or potential difference may be 0.2 volts. Okay, 0.2 volts. In case 2, what we do, we use two batteries. And the same procedure, same nichrome wire, ammeter, voltmeter, switch, everything same setup. And remember, voltmeter is arranged in a parallel, ammeter is arranged in a series. Here if there is two battery means more power, no? So there will be more more ampere of current will be produced, more potential difference also will be produced. 0.2 ampere of current and 2 ampere of current, and this one may be potential difference may be 0.5 volts. Okay, in case 3, let us consider a 3 cells. So 3 cells are connected, simple circuit, same as it is, and nichrome wire is connected. Nichrome wire produces the resistance, because nichrome wire is not so much easy. In copper wire current will passes easily, whereas in nichrome wire current does not flow easily. And here 3 cells are used so that we can get the values around 0.3 ampere of current and 0.75 volts of potential difference. Okay, by these values we can find resistance also, number of volts, potential difference, current, V by I is equal to R. Number of volts, V potential difference, current, and V by I is equal to R. In 3 cases also, let us see. 0.5, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. That V by I you can calculate, you will get the almost same value. Resistance will be constant. V is equal to IR. R is equal to V by I. This is the value. V is directly proportional to I. Okay, we can plot a graph using this also, taking potential difference and current. We can plot a graph also. Based on these graphs, there is a question in your NCERT textbook. You can use this formula to find out the resistance. R is equal to V by I. Or we can find through graph also. Like this you will get graph. Okay. See the problem. How much current will an electric bulb draw from 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm? How much current will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm? So let us see the problem what they have given. We want to write first. We know that to find the resistance of the bulb. No, we want to find the resistance of the bulb. V by I is equal to R. We know. Before that, write the given what they. So question mark. V is equal to 220 volts, and have given resistance of the bulb of the filament, that is 1200 ohm. So V by I is equal to R. V by R is equal to I. right now. So we can write like this also: V is equal to 220 volts by 1200 ohm, and that is equal to I. So it will get cancel, and I is equal to 0.18 ohm. Okay, this is how we will find current. Okay, current. Next problem. The potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volt when it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source. What current will be the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to 120 volts? The potential difference ಅಂತಂದರೆ voltage between the terminals of the electric heater 60 volts ಯಾವಾಗ 4 ampere of current ಇದ್ದಾಗ, whereas it is doubled 120 volts ಇದ್ದಾಗ current ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? We want to calculate. Directly we can tell, but the procedure we want to know. So let us see what is the procedure, what they have given. We want to write first what and all they have given. We want to write first. So second one, V is equal to, they given V is equal to 60 volts, I is equal to 4 ampere. They are asking I, and one more V is equal to 120 volts. So what we can do, V by I is equal to R. I is equal to V by R, both also same. I is equal to 120, but R we don't know. So if we want to know R is equal to question mark, then V by I is equal to R. This is one formula we want to use. V is equal to, they have given 60, and I is equal to 4, that is equal to R. R is equal to 15 ohm. So now you can substitute R here. 120 by 15, that is equal to 8 ampere of current. Okay, this is how you want to calculate. So resistance, it is indicated with R. It is heard in Ohm's law. Resistance ಅನ್ನೋ word ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ? It is heard in Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law? V is directly proportional to I. V is equal to, we will remove the proportionality, that constant is Ri. Here this R is resistance. This R is resistance. So we can write this formula as V by I is equal to R. I is equal to current, V is equal to potential difference, R is equal to resistance, that is proportionality constant. Then what is resistance? Opposition to flow of current. Opposition to flow of current. So what is that opposition to flow of current in a circuit? If we consider a circuit, means if we consider a circuit, if we consider a simple circuit, in a circuit the flow of current is not easily, it is flow of electrons is not much easy, because in a circuit the flow of electrons is not easy. After producing potential differences at the ends, electrons moves, but there will be some disturbance. There will be some disturbance in the wire. Some force opposes the flow of current. It will stop some force. ಈ ವೈರ್ ಒಳಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫೋರ್ಸ್, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಟು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ನಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್. As resistance increases, current flow decreases. Then resistance decreases, I increases. So how this resistance is created then? Why it resists the flow of current? What is the cause for this resistance? Let us see. So what happens in the metallic wire? Means consider this is a metallic wire. That circuit, this circuit inner side, it has a metallic wire, no? Consider a metallic wire. Electrons move here. Inside the wire electrons move, but electrons not move easily. But the electrons does not move easily. There will be some impurities. Metallic wire means it is not a pure metal. Metallic wire means it is not a pure metal. It has some impurities. It has some other atoms, etc. So consider these are electrons. They are moving in a wire. These are impurities or some other atoms, anything. It may, these electrons, moving electrons may hit the impurities present in the wire. Move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ವೈಯರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ವೈಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, ಈಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ is caused due to what, children? Is caused due to collisions between electrons and other atoms or impurities ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕೊಲೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಆಗೋದು? ಇನ್ನೇ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ವೈಯರ್ಗೂ ಕರೆಂಟ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ವೈಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಕೊಲೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕೊಲೈಡ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್? ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ನೋ ಫ್ಯೂ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್, ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, it shows easy movement. Here conductor shows easy movement of electric current, easy movement of electrons, then electricity is generated. So this conductor, it shows easy movement. ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಜನ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, easy movement of electrons in conductor. It has less resistance. ನಾವು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ, ದೆನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇವಾಗ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ವೇರ್ electrons flow easily due to very less resistance. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಂಟು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್? ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ವೆರಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್. Next one is very much important one, resistor. So next one is resistor. So you should know about resistance. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ these resistors also conductor. They also conduct current. These resistors also conductors. But ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ it is a conductor with appreciable amount of resistance. So it is a conductor only certain amount of resistance. It will avoid a certain amount of current, it will conduct like that. It is a conductor with appreciable amount of resistance. It can control the flow of current. So here this resistor can control the flow of current. So it can control the flow of current. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್. Why? Because to avoid danger. To avoid dangers. Okay. So in a circuit, these resistors are used to avoid dangers. So this is a circuit. Imagine here it is connected to some other electric gadgets. Before reaching this, so there will be a resistor. Resistor will be written like this. ಅಥವಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮನೆಗೆ 220 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 220 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸಿಂದನೇ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾಜೆಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಹೀಟರ್, AC, ಫ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಅಥವಾ TV ಈ ಥರ, ಅಥವಾ ಚಾರ್ಜರು ಅಥವಾ ಲೈಟು, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ 220 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಈ ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ ಹೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಮೋರ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಈ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ನ ತಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್. ವಾಟ್? So insulators, these insulators are the materials with high resistance. With high resistance means no current. High resistance is inversely proportional to current. Yes, no, inversely proportional to current. High resistance means low current athwa no current athwa low current. Okay. So insulators are the materials with high resistance or no current flows. So example, new plastic, rubber, we can see current will not flow through this material. So next one is variable resistance. What do you mean by variable resistance, children? Variable resistance means it controls the flow of current without changing voltage or potential difference. So it controls the flow of current na control ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ without changing what? Without changing voltage. This and all important definitions, children, you want to learn. So you can understand the concept and you can learn it easily. Without changing the voltage is known as variable resistance. Okay. Next one, rheostat. Rheostat is a device that changes the resistance. It is a device that changes the resistance of a circuit. It changes the resistance of the circuit. Resistance changes means it may be increase or decrease. That is due to this rheostat. It changes the resistance of a circuit. It may be increase or decrease in resistance takes place due to this rheostat. Okay. Next main thing, got to know all the definitions, children. Resistance, conductors, insulators, resistors, then insulators, variable resistance and rheostat. Next one is factors affecting resistance. Next one is an important concept, factors affecting resistance. So what and all the factors that affects the resistance? Factors affecting resistance. So first factor, length of the wire. So what is that length of the wire? So length of the wire, if the length of the wire is less means small length means in small length wire ಅಲ್ಲಿ small length ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಲೆಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೈರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೋರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೈಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೈಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್, ಉದ್ದ. ಇದು ಏರಿಯಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೈಯರ್. ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೈಯರ್. ಇಫ್ ದ ವೈಯರ್ is thick like this, if the wire is thick means electrons can pass easily because it has lots of space. Okay, so there is less resistance. electrons ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ there is less resistance. if the wire is thin means electrons cannot pass easily. Thin wire means more resistance, so there is more resistance. Here current will not flow easily. So resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section of that wire. Inversely proportional to area of cross section of that wire. Next factor is nature of material. So nature of material means either it is a metal or insulator. It depends on material also. Resistance depends on material also. Materials, it is a metal means metals means resistance is less. Their current flows easily. Resistance is less. ಅದರ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಕ್ರೋಮ್ ವೈಯರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ resistance. Next, fourth one is temperature. So temperature is also increases the resistance. So R is directly proportional to T. Why? Because as the temperature is increases, resistance also increases. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ increase in temperature ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಈ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಕ್ಕಿ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ 4 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವೈಯರ್, ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಯರ್, ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಆಸ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ increases, resistance also increases. Because temperature increases means kinetic energy of atoms increases. If the electrons flowing in the wire, that atoms disturbs the flow of electrons. Moving atoms disturbs the flow of electrons, then resistance increases. Okay, this is how temperature will also affect the resistance. Next one, using these factors, all these factors, let us try to find out the formula for resistance. Using these factors, let us try to find out the formula for resistance. So next one, formula for resistance. Formula for resistance. So from Ohm's law we know that V by I is equal to R. Okay, from the first factor, that is R is directly proportional to L. From the second factor, R is inversely proportional to area of cross section. We can write it both like this, no? R is directly proportional to L by A. We can write, no? So now proportionality constant I am removing. R is equal to rho L by A. This proportionality constant is known as rho or resistivity. So this proportionality constant is known as rho or resistivity or specific resistance. Okay, so that rho r, this formula can also be written as, how it can be written as, cross multiply r a by l is equal to rho. Okay, like this also we can write, and this like this also we can write. By using these formulas we have to solve the problems. So it is very much important, children. So let us find the unit of rho. Let us find the units of rho. Okay, so SI units of rho is equal to what? R A by L. R is equal to resistance, A is equal to area of cross section, L is equal to length of the wire. So R resistance, you know, ohm alva. A area of cross section, area means meter square, length also meter. This meter, this square will cancel, that is equal to ohm meter. Rho is equal to ohm meter, whereas resistance is equal to ohm. Okay, this is the form SI unit of rho, ohm meter. So what is rho? What is the difference between resistivity and resistance? Rho means resistivity. Rho means what, children? We already studied about rho. Rho is resistivity alva. ಸೊ ಈ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಗೂ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಏನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ? ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ರೋ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಇನ್ metals it has very less resistivity. You can see this resistivity values in your textbook. Okay, property of material means material, different material have different resistivity. ಈಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದರೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ it has very, these metals have very less resistivity. ಮೆಟಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ವೆನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಅಲಾಯ್ಸಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ? ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಹಾಗಾದರೆ? So I will write resistivity. It is a property of material. It is a property of materials. So which is defined as resistance of a material. It is nothing but a resistance of a material. It is a property of material that is defined as resistance of a material in a, listen, observe this, resistance of a material in a particular dimensions. Okay, this is the resistivity. This is the definition of resistivity. Then what do you mean by particular dimensions? Consider a copper wire. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವೈರ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಮೆಟಲ್ ವೈರು. This is area of cross section and this is the length. Both length and area of cross section, how much length, both length and area of the wire is known as resistivity.
Both length and area is considered as dimensions. That property of
material. Then important thing you have to remember, if the given material is same, if this is consider this is a wire that is little short, this is a wire that is long. Both the wires are made up of same material. But length and area is difference. You consider. So if the material is same but different length, as long as the material remains same, resistivity also remains same. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಲು ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಏರಿಯಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ changes. Got to know the difference, children? Resistance also changes because the material, the length and area, because of the material, the length and area also changes. Resistance also changes. In case of same material, length and area also change, also resistivity does not change. In case of different
same
materials
also resistance changes.
Okay? So this is what resistance, and this is the main difference between the resistance and resistivity. Let us see the problem. Resistance of a metal wire of length 1 meter is 26 ohm to 20 C. If the diameter of the wire is 0.3 millimeter, what will be the resistivity of the metal at that temperature? This is the question. So we have to write the given. What they have given, we have to write. Firstly, they have given length. Length they have given we have to write length is equal to 1 meter they have given. Then R is equal to resistance also they have given, that is equal to 26 ohm. Then they have given diameter, that is equal to 0.3 millimeter. This one we want to convert it into meter. 0.3 millimeter means 0.3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Okay, so then resistivity is equal to question mark. So resistivity formula to L by A, area is equal to A is equal to area of cross section. You have to remember. Now we want a rho. How to find out the rho? Rho is equal to RA into L. Okay, so rho is equal to R. A means area of cross section. Area of cross section means this one, area of circle. Okay, area of circle. Area of cross section means area of circle. We want to take the formula of area of circle, that is A is equal to pi d square by 4. Okay, this is the formula of area of circle. So R into, now substitute A. Area A is equal to pi d square by 4 into L. Okay, this is the formula. So now substitute, and pi value you should know what is that pi value, 3.14. R is equal to 26 into 3.14 into 3.14 into d square. D how much? 0.3 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This one we can also write 3 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter. We can write, no children? So into 3 square into 10 to the power of minus 4 square, because whole square ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, by 4, and L is equal to 1. So let us continue this problem. L is equal to 1. So I am continuing here. L is equal to 1. So what will happen? We see 26 into 3.14 into 3 square means 9 into 10 to the power of 4 square means minus 8 divided by 4. Okay, that is equal to, finally we will get 183 into 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter. Okay, this is the value of rho. This is how we want to calculate. Got to know, children? A copper wire has diameter 0.5 millimeter and resistivity of 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter. What will be the length of this wire to make its resistance 10 ohm? How much does the resistance change if the diameter is doubled? Okay, so let us calculate this. They have given equal to 0.5 millimeter, that is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. rho is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter. Then length is equal to question mark r they have given, r is equal to 10 ohm. So we know that rho is equal to r a into l. Okay, here a is equal to pi t square by 4. Okay, rho is equal to r pi d square by l into 4. Multiply like this. 4 into L into rho is equal to R into pi into T square. Okay. Next L we want, no, L is equal to R into pi into T square by rho into 4. Like this we want to alter the equation. Okay. So let us substitute now. R is equal to 10 into pi is equal to 3.14 into d square 0.5 square into 10 to the power of minus 3 whole square by 4 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Okay, next you calculate this, we will get 7.85 into 10 to the power of 3 2s minus 6 divided to 6.4 into 6.4 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Okay, now we want to calculate this. 7.85 divided by 6.4, that is equal to 1.22 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This 10 to the power of minus 8 male kodra into 10 to the power of 8. So 1.22 into 10 to the power of 2 meter, length no meter, or we can write 122 point change mada into 10 to the power of minus 2 into 10 to the power of 2. This will get cancelled, that is equal to 122 meter is the answer length.
Thank you for watching.